Good evening, I'm David Kramer at the National Weather Service with Alaska's statewide weather. Starting off for the remainder of the day, we have a system moving in by the western Aleutian Islands, bringing with it a push of warmer air and rain throughout the central and western Aleutians and through much of the central and western Bering Sea. Out over mainland Alaska, we have high pressure and ridging out over much of the west coast, extending down over much of the southern mainland as well. And then a trough moving through the northern part of the state that is bringing a mix of rain and snow to areas along the Arctic coastline and down through the Brooks Range. Some areas of fog are also along the Arctic coast, but as we get into the Brooks Range, we do have a winter storm warning that is out until 6 a.m. Saturday for the northeastern portions of the Brooks Range, where we can see accumulations of 1 to 3 inches with some localized areas seen up to 6 inches. Down in the Panhandle area, the high pressure is keeping much of the precipitation out of the area. That's going to be true for tonight as well for the Panhandle, as high pressure continues to rest along the west coast of the state, extending, reaching out over much of the southern portions of the mainland down into the Panhandle area as well. We're still going to see some lingering snow throughout the Brooks Range for tonight. Again, those localized accumulations could be up to 6 inches total for this system moving through. We're going to see some areas of fog along the Arctic coast down to the Kotzebue Sound area as well. And then our system out over the western portion of the Bering Sea, continuing to push further into the Bering, bringing rain solidly through the central Aleutian Islands and some rain on the backside of the system for the western Aleutians. As we move into Saturday, that front slowly pushing further to the east, getting hung up by that high pressure that's out over the west coast, but now bringing in some rain for the Pribilof Islands and closer towards the eastern Aleutian Islands. Out over the mainland, that high pressure does have ridging extending down the west coast of the state and over much of the southern mainland as well, and some areas of precipitation are going to linger throughout the Brooks Range and Arctic coastline, with low-lying areas seeing a mix of rain and snow, and higher elevations seeing snow. Eastern portions of the interior will see some rain, and the Panhandle will continue to stay dry through this time. On Sunday, still more dry conditions for the Panhandle area all along the North Gulf Coast and for much of the southern mainland, as high pressure is now moved over the northern portions of the interior and also out just south of the Kodiak Island area. This is allowing the frontal system that is over the Bering to push further to the east, starting to bring rain to the west coast of the state on Sunday, and also rain to the eastern Aleutian Islands as well as the Alaska Peninsula. On the backside of this slope, we are going to see some rain moving into the western Aleutians as well as the central Aleutian Islands. Up along the Arctic coastline, rain and fog is expected. For Alaska statewide weather, I'm David Kramer.